Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From the virtual circuit of the Americas located in Austin, Texas, we welcome you to coverage continued of the Australian NASCAR X Series. I'm Wesley Outland. Nigel Siddell is alongside. Bigglestein Hopton is on production, and we are going left and rights and chicanes and S's and carousels. It's like lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my. Nigel, good evening, buddy. Let's see what goes on in COTA tonight.
Good evening, Wesley. Good evening to everyone at home. It's going to be an interesting race tonight. We've got 39 cars in the field tonight. And just imagine all 39 of them going into that turn 1, 4, 5 wide. It's going to be exciting.
Certainly is, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 20-turn road course here. That is Circuit of the Americas, 3.426 miles. 5.514 kilometers, purpose-built for Formula One. And over about the last 5 years or so now, NASCAR has been able to grace its presence on this facility. Now, NASCAR uses the shorter road course layout. It's still 20 turns, but it is 2.44 miles. And this is going to be a wild one here today. And remember, this is only round number 3 of the season. We've been running, of course, Daytona, Echo Park, super speedways. This is the first time now, Nigel, if you will, to see what somebody's going to be able to do on the road course level.
That's right, and we've got some incredible road races in here too. We've got the V8 Logitech champion. We've got Jared Filseld in here from last season. He's now full-time in the series, so we will look out for him as well. We've got the Cody Teeth. He was part of the GT3 program as well, where he was champion there as well. So we've got all the best road races from around Australia in this server tonight, hoping to bring home the victory.
Yeah, there's the schedule right now. Of course, round number 3 tonight, ironically, on March 3rd on this Tuesday evening here at COTA. Next week, we're going to Phoenix, and it's Vegas. Just some of the awesome tracks that we are heading towards before we hit to the month of May. And then we have the chase, not the playoffs, the chase. And by the way, just because you win races doesn't mean anything about going to the postseason now, Nigel. That's something that's really important for our audience to keep track of. Right now, Ethan Winter comes into tonight's event for the Australian NASCAR X Series with a 7-point lead over Cody Deeth. Matt Danson, last week's winner, is 27 back. But listen to this. Matt Danson, with his win and the points he accumulated, Nigel, bumped all the way to 3rd. He gained 24 positions on that win last week at Echo Park.
That's right, it was a big race, this one here, and this is also a good chance too for those who didn't enjoy the super speedways to reset themselves, because this week alone they go to COTA for a road course, then we go short track racing to Phoenix, and then we've got some cracking tracks after that at Las Vegas, a mile and a half, then we head to Darlington, where the turn 1 and 2, you've got to watch out for them in the track of Auto Club. Then we head to Rockingham for some short track racing. It's going to be a great little schedule coming up in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, I believe we're about ready to introduce the starting lineup as qualifying has concluded. They are lining up on the grid. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about to introduce a 40-car field. There's the theater, the stadium as they call it, the Germania Insurance Amphitheater here at COTA. There's that long climb, almost 600 foot, 90 degrees. They call it Big Red. We'll talk about that tonight. And we're ready to go with Cody Deeth and Jared Filsell on the front row here at COTA for the Xfinity Series on row 1. Row 2, you'll see the drivers of Wayne Burke for Vermilion and Joshua Houghton as well on the outside. Row number 3, again, it's going to be Zach Rattay White and Ben Faulkner. Row 3. Row number 4 is Jamie Davis for Project 36, along with Angus Lawford. And your top 10, Nigel, here at COTA, in the fog, Britton Hobson and Sam Chapman.
Out of P11 is Matt Bailey for Summit Sim Sports with P12 on his outside is Jacob O'Reilly representing Vermilion Esports. Coming out of position 13 is last year's champion Brad Newman in the 1 car with 1.9's Braden Sagasa coming out of P14. Josh Perwin coming out of P15 from Vermilion Esports, and AWR is Dane Diego Statten coming out of P16. Row 9 will have Scott Rankin for Vortex Sim Sports with his teammate on the outside, the 39 of Ethan Winter. And in row 10 we got Aaron Borg. He's a privateer tonight, and on his outside is the Southern Stars entry of Ryan Barber in P20.
11, Brody Dowland, the G-Man of the 819, and the Fitzroy Beaumont for Vermilion on the outside in row 11, starting 22nd. Blaine Dinsley will start 23rd as the field begins to roll here at COTA. Luke Trehair alongside. Row number 13, Tyler Williams and Josh Micklemore, the inaugural series champion for Nitro. Row number 14 finds Siobhan McKiernan and Brendan Chooch Griffiths for Project 36. And your top 30 in the grid, Trent Gosley and Adam Gray, and we're still not done.
Big field of cars tonight in row 16. Michael Sherlock in the 350 car. This is his third start of the series tonight with his outside Clayton Davis back for his first run for 2026. Matt Danson in P33 for Altus Engineering. Jason Holdsworth out of P34. P35 tonight on row 18 is Tom Freer from Synergy Energy and Griffin Gardner in P36 in his first road course for 2026. Daniel Boyd for Vortex Sim Sports in P37, and he's outside on row 19 and P38 is Brian Blundell. And the last car on the field tonight is the P39 car. On row 20 is Billy Mole.
39 drivers nestled in here at COTA, ready to go for their preliminary lap. Let's take a look at the race analysis for tonight's event here. This race will have a total of 45 laps. There will be 12 laps in stage 1 and stage 2, and then the final stage, 21 laps. At least sometime we will get a caution, at least by the end of the stages. Green flag in the air. Phil Stale did not go. Cody Keith did. He got a great launch over Wayne Burke and Phil Sell, and up to Big Red we go. We are racing here at COTA.
Oh, big shot, 4-5 wide going through the first corner. I think Garrett Phil Sell missed a gear on that start of the race, but he's back going again now. He hasn't lost too many positions at the moment. He's now down into P5, so he's only dropped 3 positions, so he's away now. We've got a blinking car out there too in P position 4.
Obviously that 90-degree turn 1, 133-meter rise up into turn 1 called Big Red, and now they work their way from the S's as we got a car in big trouble there. The number 28 machine badly damaged, tore up, but we still continue to race on. And right now, that is the car that is free-falling, if you will, down the scoring pylon of Ben Faulkner. Somehow, we still stay green as they work their way now, heading towards the back straightaway part of the road course here at COTA.
big damage, I think, on the back of that number one car as well of Newman on the outside. He hit the wall hard there. That blinking car there really put a few cars off there. But we're back up and away racing again now. Griffin Gardner, I think, the biggest mover in the field at the moment. He's up 11 spots, up to 25th at the moment. And the other car to watch out for is Josh Kerwin as well. He's up 8 into position 7.
Heading now towards turn number 19 and 20. Believe it or not, they're working their way all the way in that far left-hand turn. Back to start finish. Here they come roaring. 1 lap in. 44 to go and 11 laps to go in stage 1. That's a lap here around COTA. Up to Big Red again, heading toward the S's in turn number 1.
The big move on the inside there, and then Scott Rankin in the 59 car. He's going to set it in on his teammate because he's going to pull it up. He gets it pulled up just in time there, but just can't get past there, the 43 of Arenborg.
On board right now with, of course, all of this craziness going on. That's Ethan Winter. Ethan Winter, by the way, picking up a win in Daytona. Right now, working his way down into the corner. All these drivers now trying to run down the leader of the race here in the early going, and that is Cody Deeth. Remember, Cody Deeth come into tonight's race with the points lead in second. He's second in the points. Tie 7 back to Ethan Winter. Matt Danson and Tyler Williams, by the way, tied with 27 to the leader. And then it's Diego Snadden, your top 5. And speaking of Braden Sagasser, he's now got a big launch on the inside of Bailey as they work to the back straightaway part of COTA.
And also, too, just speaking of Matt Danson in the 30 for oldest engineering, just look at him, too. He's on the move as well. He's up 10 positions. Able to keep him on your screen at the moment for Griffin Gardner and Matt Danson. They're making a charge through the field.
By the way, Jackson Daly, I don't mean to correct you. That was not Newman that forgot to turn. It was Jared Filsell that had problems on the start of the race, but he has bounced himself back into the top 5. Right now, he's in the 4th position. And speaking of Brad Newman, how about this? Already climbing into the top 10 as well. He's in 6th. You're on board with a chooch. Brandon Griffiths as they go back to Big Red in turn 1.
And there's one thing you got to think about too tonight. Wesley, sorry, I just had the hiccups. Is that the lap 30 will be, there's about a 30 lap pit window there for fuel. So the fuel won't be a factor tonight with the stages. So it was all going to come down to how you manage your tyres. So that's one thing to look out for tonight.
That's something we'll definitely keep an eye on as they work down through turns 2 through 6. That is the S's of the racetrack. If you are not familiar with that part of the track, a smaller and more budget-friendly stand. Turn 4 is situated in a fast and twisting section. And look at them door slamming one another. That's in the top 10. Sagasser, O'Reilly, Bailey going at it now through the S's, heading from the backstretch in turn 6.
Sending it in there at the moment. And one thing, there's not too many crack limits here in NASCAR as well, so they do take these corners a little bit wider than what they would have been some of the usual road course disciplines that do race. But got a 4 battle play here, battle here between the 52 of Angus Lawford and 222 of O'Reilly. This is 10th, 11th, 12th at the moment. We're on the board with Matt Bailey for his first start for this season.
And we'll look at this now down on the inside. By the way, don't forget, Thursday night, you can join Dylan and myself for coverage of the Australian NASCAR Truck Series.
Sends it in.
Now, we're not going to COTA. We're going to Long Beach, and that's going to be really fun. But look at this battle going on. Look at him send it down into the corner alongside Newman. That's Britton Hobson for 4th and 5th. Actually, 6th.
Sorry to cut you off, Ed. Wesley, I was getting a little bit excited.
I don't know, Nigel, if I'm going to be driving like that this early in the race, my friend.
We've got 9 laps to go till the stage's end, but this is everyone's on the move here at the moment. Yeah, Brad Newman, Braden tongue twister. I can't quite,
my friend.
I am a bit tired tonight, I will admit that. They're all 6 positions, so we're starting to heat up already.
It is. Little rumbling, stutter, and tumbling there for a minute. By the way, third eye pilot. Oh no! Josh Perwine, a Vermilion around, gets in the gas, stays in it, will stay green. Remember, the only time we'll see a caution will be for the end of the stages, or, Nigel, if there is a massive multi-car crash where the track is blocked. That's the only time we'll see the yellow flag. That was what you would call a local course yellow, meaning just it's slow there. We're not getting a full course caution yet.
And Newman's back on the outside there. He'll get the run through the S's here at the moment on the 97 car. When they come around again, he'll be on the outside to go into turn number 1 as well. Now, I've been told in the YouTube that my video microphone isn't very good, so please let me know if this is better.
Yeah, Third Eye Pilot Services was not nice. They said you had a potato for a microphone. I didn't know the dairy farmer Nigel grew potatoes as well.
I think I just had the microphone too far away from me, so if it is still bad, let me know.
Dane Diego Snadden right now, top 5 in the points, currently right now working his way around the course in the top 25. There's the 07, right now 24th. Got Fitzroy Beaumont behind him. And all the while, just action everywhere here in the opening 5 laps of this race, Nigel. Just phenomenal, man.
There was some incidents there between Matt Danson, Tom Freer, and Dane Snadden as well. There's a little battle going on there at the moment. We're about to be talking, that's in P21, 22, and 23.
Cody Deeth the leader, Wayne Burke second, Zach Rattray White is in third, Jared Philsell fourth, Joshua Houghton fifth, Brent Hobson, Braden Sagasser, that's Sagasser, Sagasser seventh, Matt Bailey eighth, Jacob O'Reilly ninth, and Angus Lawford, your top 10. That's the way they stand right now. 7 laps to go already. Aaron Borg off course. Correction, those cars up in front of him were. Woo! That's Newman and Hobson going at it again. Chapman on the outside, driver left.
There's one car to watch out for tonight, and that's the 89 car Wayne last year in the X Series, especially on the road courses, having the win at Chicago, which was a dominating performance. So watch out for the 89 car later on in the race as well. He will be one to watch.
You're exactly right. A matter of fact, Chicago was the first broadcast they ever did with you guys at the Chicago street race. I want to say it was right around May or June, something of that caliber. But it was Wayne Burke winning on the streets of Chicago. By the way, as I mentioned, we're at COTA tonight for round 3 of the Australian NASCAR X Series. The Truck Series on Thursday night is going to virtual Long Beach, California. That's the street course. Winner in trouble, way off the pace. He falls back and loses many positions.
So we look at the moment, though, the clean air at the moment is certainly one place where you want to be at the moment. Cody Deeth, he is 5/10 quicker than the whole field at the moment, so that clean air just shows you that one thing that crew chiefs will be looking at the moment will be the clean air and what's going to be your pit strategies, especially at the end of stage 1 and stage 2.
By the way, want to apologize. That was actually Scott Rankin in the 59 car. Scott Rankin, the one that was really, really off the pace for just a moment. He'll tuck inside behind Brad Newman's Toyota. Ethan Winter up to 13th, as I was mentioning. A couple of cars ahead of these cars now as they work their way back off of turn number 20, heading up to the start-finish line. That 90-degree turn up 600 feet. Into turn 1, they call it Big Red. Big trouble could happen there if you're not careful also, Nigel.
It's going to be exciting once we get to, when we go back into stage 2. When Phil Sell, if he doesn't miss a gear, I'm pretty sure he missed a gear at the start, or just missed the start completely. If that second line does get going, we're in for an interesting turn number 1 at the start of stage 2.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that as they work their way through the S's. If people don't know what that is, the S is like it's like a slithering snake going down into turns number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, all the way to turn 6. Of course, just an awesome place here at Circuit of the Americas for the longest time. Formula One, the U.S. Grand Prix, motorcycles. Formula One obviously ran here. And then for since I guess it was about 2019, 2020, COTA has hosted NASCAR. And right now it has been fun checking these guys out. And, of course, the Xfinity X Series for the Australian NASCAR. Here's a look at the start again. Watch Jared Filsell. Just did not fire. Car on the inside, the 94, did not get going up to speed, and then he got tapped a couple of times, dead center in the back, damaged the rear end of the car. But no harm, no foul, as he was able to still work his way. Brad Newman diving in hard on the inside. That's that hard 90-degree turn into turn one called Big Red, and now you see how interesting it is fighting first position there. You can climb the pylon or you can go down the pylon quickly from that part of the course there in turn one, Nigel.
Now, we've had an incident on track here at the moment. He's got the 819 involved. There's stuff coming up on my screen that Cody Deeth was involved with an accident as well. No, that's only a one-off. That's only a off-the-track limit. Aaron Ball, Griffin Gardner, Tom Freer. There's an incident that happened with those guys there, so we'll keep an eye on those with their lap times as well. Also, Matt Danson had a bad lap last night as well. He was 11 seconds off the pace, so he must have had a little incident there with Brendan and Cooch Griffiths.
And right now, Cody Deeth continuing to stay out in front as we move into 5 laps remaining in stage one. Here is another replay. Watch this, Matt Danson, last week's winner at Echo Park. Let's see what happened to the 30. And there it is. That's what happens, man. In the words of Stewie, and Diego Dane Snad didn't know where to go. He got sideways, but that's what happens, man.
And that's where the places have been dropping back down. He's back down at 32nd now, so he did climb all the way up into the top 20, and he's right back down into the 32nd position. He's running with Jamie Davis here, Project 36, currently in 17th position in the 92 car.
Way of keeping up with time and scoring and other statistics in real time for this event. Since the drop of the green, there's been cars with issues or off course on lap 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now lap number 8. And that's the lap we're on right now with 4 to go in the first stage here at Circuit of the Americas. And now look at this battle. There's Newman, Brad Newman. Got a battle. That's Davis in the 92. Looking high, looking low, heading to the S's, slithering their way towards the backstretch at COTA with under 4 to go in stage one, Nigel. And take advantage of the turtles, the rumble strips, if you will. They can be your friend as there's a tap by Davis to Newman.
Now, do you come to pit early? Pit lane will start in 2 laps. Do you come down pit lane early, put some tyres on, and then hope the rest of the field goes down and gets track position for stage 2? Will that start to come into play as well? Because usually, like I said earlier, there'll be 30 laps for fuel. So a lot of these guys won't need fuel until the second stage, but it could be a strategy they all use.
Hello to everybody for joining us on Highline. Whether you are watching live on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and follow on the Highline Streaming Broadcast Network on YouTube. We're also live on Australian NASCAR on Facebook as a look at Tom Freer and Newman. They battled out for 17th and 18th, and watching intently behind them is Barber as well.
Oh, did he get hit then? Newman did?
No. Newman just lost it. I think he just got bypassed. I don't think nobody hit him. He just lost it there. And we got Sam Chapman on pit road, Nigel.
We do, and we also have Griffin Gardner and Josh Perwin as well. They're down pit road as well, so that they'll, as I was discussing just before, they're going to try to flip the stage and go for track position for the second stage.
Remember, pit road closest with 2 to go at the end of the stage. That's next time by. So Sam Chapman, Josh Perwine, Griffin Gardner, Tyler Williams, the first quad. Actually, Ben Faulkner, a handful of cars coming down to the pit lane right now. Look at this battle, Josh Micklemore. And there's contact, and around goes Dane Snad and Diego in the bottom of the racetrack there. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that last pit stop alone was 14.7 to 15 seconds. So there would have been 4 tyres, and they were up with fuel. So they will be good to go now until probably lap 40 to 40. They're about 40, so they won't need to pit on the next stage if they don't want to for fuel.
Cody Deeth for Eclipse Sim Sports running away with this thing right now. He is leading the way. Up in front, the driver of the 069. He is for Eclipse Sim Sports. And right now, he is the Pied Piper in that Chevrolet. The interval now almost 1.4 seconds behind Wayne Burke, a guy that normally is successful in the road course world, driving for Vermilion Esports and Team Connie. And now Jamie Davis is on pit road. Here comes one of the outlier Project 36 entries into the pits. 2 remaining in stage 1, Nigel, as they go back up again into turn 1 in Big Red.
It'll be interesting to see what happens here, because I think Jamie Davis entered a closed pit.
Oh, wow.
I think they're...
That'd be a penalty, right? That's stop and go penalty. EOL.
He entered the closed pit. The pit's closed at the end of that lap. So...
Wow.
I think he may have entered close. That's yeah. We'll find out what happens there, but that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, pit lane is closed at 2 to go. Right now, Cody Deeth. There is Ethan Winter, 39, currently in 13th. Action everywhere, all over this track. Braden Sagaster, the 97. Braden J. Sagaster, currently on the race course. Solid run for him right now. There is the progressiveness of Sagaster's drive. Consistent for the man for 1-9 Motorsports. And the laps wind down. 1 to go, Cody Deeth. 1 to go for KD in stage 1. And now look at Fitzroy Beaumont going after Newman.
I wonder if
for 15.
I wonder if Newman's got major damage on that car from that instant where he smacked himself into the wall a little bit earlier. I wonder if there's a little bit too much downforce issues on that car. We'll keep an eye on that later on in the run.
He definitely was aggressive up against the apron of the racetrack on the bottom. Driver right. Now Fitzroy Beaumont up the hill. Will he take advantage of Newman? Hard 90-degree turn right here. Nice job by Newman to take advantage of the turtles heading towards the yes. This Fitzroy Beaumont though from Melbourne on the gas and setting his sights. Final lap in stage 1 for these guys.
And we'll keep an eye out as well. It's race radio is just born into my ears, so I couldn't quite hear what was going on as well. So we look at those cars that did come down pit road and flip the stage. We'll keep an eye on Griffin Gardner and Sam Chapman once this white flag comes out. But this battle continues between Newman in the number 1 car and the 16 of Fitzroy Beaumont for Vermilion.
There is KD. Cody Deeth working off a turn number 20. Here he comes down to the line. He'll see the green and white checkered flag. Stage 1 here in COTA will go to KD. Cody Deeth will win stage 1. Top 10 will cross the scoring loop. When they do, the yellow flag will be displayed, and we will have a caution for the end of stage number 1 here in COTA. Guys are still racing. They got to wait for that caution to come out. But there it is. There it is. Top 10 have to get their scoring points. So Deeth Burke, Ray Trey White, Phil Sell, Houghton top 5, Hobson, Sagaster, Bailey, O'Reilly, and Lawford are the 10 drivers with the caution out here on lap number 12 that will be credited for stage points. Now remember, no longer doing the playoffs. These stage points, Nigel, are now more important than ever. The stage points are big towards the run to the chase at the end of the season regular time.
They are, and I think that's why I feel drivers are thinking, well, I missed out on this stage here, but let's set ourselves up for the second stage and see what we can do to get a few stage points in the second.
What a run. What a run for Cody Deeth, everybody. Just absolutely being in the right place at the right time. I mean, drop of the green, the guy from the pole, Nigel, has not looked back. It has been his race right now as he'll work across turn 20. The pace car will catch him up the hill, and now we'll begin the process of deciding who's going to make pit stops, who's going to be coming down pit road, and obviously resetting them for another stage 2 coming up, which will be another 12 laps.
That's right. So we'll see who does come pit road down very quickly. Just hang on a second, guys. My headset is about to die. I better go and change headsets. Give me a minute.
Poor Nigel having some technical issues. There's Cody Deeth, by the way. KD, winner from the pole, stage number 1. He come into this race spot in the number 2 position in points. And he is doing better than Ethan winner, points leader, Daytona winner, and Echo Park winner last week, Matt Danson. Behind him, it is bigger and better. There's the Texas, the Lone Star State flag here at COTA, coming off of a successful NASCAR weekend. By the way, history was made. If you didn't know, Tyler Reddick, 2311 Racing for NASCAR, won 3 straight races in a row. That has never been done in the 78-year history of the NASCAR sanctioning body. Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin, and 2311 have done it with the California kid from Redding, California, or Corning, California, Tyler Reddick. Look at some of the highlights. This is some of the craziness that's gone on in the race. Look at some of the chaos that has happened here. Highlights from stage 1. Ben Faulkner, Blaine Dinsley, and others. This is with Ben Faulkner. Watch this. Yeah, remember, that's what happened to him early in the race when he stalled. On board, watching Brian Blundell up the Big Red. This is what we talk about. Oh, tapped. Some of the highlights of the first stage. Back live on Highline. Green flag pit stops. Here they come, and KD will be the first one in. Burke behind him. Everybody per se in the top 20 right now, Nigel, all coming down pit road for pit stops.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah, but let's see who goes. Everyone's down pit road at the moment. The cars that have not hit pit road are those cars that did pit. Sam Chapman, Griffin Gardner, Josh Purwood, and Jamie Davis, as well as going up the field. They're going to try to flip the stage. We'll see who comes out pit road first.
Look at this. KD in first, out first. Wayne Burke is going to have to try to take advantage on a restart. I have no doubt he's probably going to be on the outside when we come back to green. Remember, the leader, though, has the choice to go inside or outside. But remember, he's got cars in front of him like Chapman, Gardner, Purwood, Davis. I'll tell you what, Nigel, we were looking at some of the highlights of the first stage of this race, and what's caught your eye? I'm really impressed with Cody Deeth staying out of trouble, staying up in front, and holding off Wayne Burke as well. We really know this guy does well on road courses. He's currently sitting in second.
He has a good run so far. I look through the field as well, and Tom Freer in the 41 for Synergy. He's up 90 positions in the 16, and in his first start tonight too, up 21 positions. Billy Mullen in the 7 Toyota. He'll be one to watch out as well if he's making his way through the field.
Remember, we are now in stage number 2. I just want to emphasize on that. We've already been about 3 laps into stage number 2. This will take us all the way to lap number 24, which will be stage 2 completed. There will be another caution at the end of stage 2, and then we'll push ourselves for that final stretch for the end of the race, which will be 21 laps and 45 laps the distance, attempted overtime if need be, but I don't think we'll see that here on the road course. Remember, the only time that we would see a full course caution on COTA will be if there is a massive multi-car crash and they have no choice but to throw the yellow flag. So the only time you should see the cautions will be at the end of the stages. There's Sam Chapman. He will be the leader, by the way, because if you remember, Nigel, some of these drivers came down pit road before the end of pit road closing in the first stage. That's why they're up in front. Cody Deeth and Burke and these other guys that were in the top 10 at the end of stage 1, they're going to be back in the top 5 on so forth as we'll get ready, I believe, for the one to go and get indication this time by.
That's right. And as we look at some of the comments as well, yeah, my audio is a little bit better. And no, I didn't actually have to charge my headset. I actually 3 different headsets, so I have a different ones that I use for when I'm in game and I'm racing, and I also use a different set for broadcasting. And I thought I'd get away with using my other ones because they were in my other room. But yeah, I had to go swap them over. So hopefully that sounds better for everyone out there now.
There you go. And to Third Eye Pilot Services, to answer your question, the American announcer, who is, by the way, up and at him at 4:43 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in North Carolina, US of A. I use a Behringer mixer board with Sennheiser headsets, professional, production stuff. So obviously, that's probably the difference of the sound that we had there. But I can promise you, we've had technical issues on my end as well. Sometimes it happens that way. Lights are off on the pace truck, side by side. We'll get ready for a restart. 16 of 45 laps when they come back to the line. And Nigel, we are going to be side by side, ready to go for stage number 2. It's not going to be a lot of laps, though. Remember, lap 24, they got less than 10 laps to run stage 2?
Yes. 11 laps. 12 and 12. The one thing you got to watch out for, who's going to send it 5 wide into turn 1 and do the move that SVG done in the Xfinity race and just go on the inside, brake early, and then send it down the inside and pass all the cars. And let's see if that happens here.
Big thanks to Nitro Racing, obviously, for sponsoring coverage of the Australian NASCAR Series. Oval setups for Cup, Xfinity, Truck, and even the road courses. Nitro Racing, they'll take care of you. Join the garage. Hit that Discord. Discord.gg/Nitro Racing today. And if you'd like to be a part of Australian NASCAR, follow them on the world of social media and hit Highline. Highline HQ is on Facebook now. Finally got a new Facebook account up, Highline HQ, and Highline on YouTube. All right, Chapman is now going to be the new leader. And I just counted this up, guys. So stage 2 has already begun at the end of the first stage. They're going to have about less than 8-9 laps to complete stage number 2 to lap number 24. As Chapman and Gardner are going to be on the front row. Toyota Chevrolet. Then it's going to be Cody Deeth, Josh Purwine, Wayne Burke, Rattray White. Right now, the first top 5 as they'll work their way, Nigel, coming out of turn number 20. Pace truck is in. Coming up, round 3. COTA Stage 2 in the gas, back to green here in Austin, Virtual, Texas.
Green.
Pretty sharp. Mellow looking start by everyone there too. It's always heat up now though. 4, 5 wide.
This is what we talk about right here. Keep an eye on Cody Deeds. He goes from 5th or 6th to 2nd. Oh, start going through Big Red. He's the new man at the 2nd, going after Steve Griffin Gardner. Unbelievable.
Now we'll get to see what this car, the 93 car, Griffin Carlin, has got now in clean air. Just remember earlier in the race too, he was up 25 positions in the first stage there in all the dirty air. So let's see what this car can do in clean air. I would say that he's going to run away with it.
Ethan Winter, Tyler Williams, Ryan Barber crashing in to turn number 6, 7, and 8 of the course.
Yeah, Ethan Winter, Angus Lawford, Jacob O'Reilly, Tom Frere, Jamie Davis, Tyler Williams, Ryan Barber, and Billy Mole was involved to that one. He stayed green.
On board, Aaron Borg. Currently 11th outside the top 10, but he's fighting there with Sagasser. Sagasser, Will Hops in the 1-9 entry. Chevrolet, there's the AC Delco colors, and Borg will steal it. He's got Lawford for Project 36 right there behind him. Sliding in Sagasser. Dirt tracking it on COTA. And he'll hold on to that position. Lawford couldn't capitalize to get around him.
There was also an incident as well between Luke Trahere and Trent Gosley as well, just before as well in the 13 and 04.
The hill down into corner number 1 in turn 1. Wayne Burke working now for 5th. Man that dominated on the road courses. Remember, he won COTA last year. Currently sitting 5th as they go back around turns number 8 and 9 of the course. It amazes me, Nigel. You can get around this road course pretty quickly.
Project 36 off.
Whoa, big trouble. Michael Skurlock and others crashing. One on top of another. Oh, no. That's Blundell's car. Should we see a caution?
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Will they throw a caution? Yes, they will. Yellow is out. Remember, and that's Matt Danson, the Echo Park winner as well at Atlanta, the Australian NASCAR Championship Series driver. Yellow is out. Remember, caution would come out for a massive multi-car crash. Nigel, this is what they call it for.
Sorry to everyone at home, I lost everything then, so I'm not sure what's happening here.
Yeah, you can't park there. Hey, you can't park there. Woo! Look at this. Hey, you can't park here. You can't park here. You can't park that here. Blundell on top of Matt Danson's car. That's Blundell in the 86. Matt Danson along for the ride. Look at Project 36 going around.
So what's happened here? That's we've got someone in the wall.
Brandon Chooch Griffiths is glad that accident went another direction. I know he got caught up in it, but he didn't caught up in the big part. Look at this. Look at Brian Blundell on top of Matt Danson. Let's go on board with Matt Danson. This will be fun. On board with Matty in the 30. Look at this. Oh, my goodness, already. We got to back it up a little bit, everybody. We just got to hit reverse. Hit rewind. There you go. All right, here we go. Watch this. Through the S's. Sliding, slip sliding. Brandon shoots. Contact. Griffiths goes one way. He thinks when he should have zagged. And he's probably glad he did, because look what happened. Oh, wow. Blundell nose into the Armco barrier, and Danson was too far up under him to hit it.
Did the 86 car have steering damage and he couldn't turn the corner? That's what I'm starting to wonder. If he could go on board with the 86.
A werewolf on wheels said that this U.S. commentator has Munster White running through his vein. Yeah, but Munster. Is that the energy drink?
Here we go. Here. Oh, I think it's a bit hot.
Try a werewolf on wheels. Try Pepsi with a apple Danish for in the morning. That for me. That's my pick me up. No energy drink at 3-4 o'clock in the morning. My goodness. Boy, my damn heart would be rat-a-tat-tatting like crazy if I done that. Woo! And look at this, Blundell's car badly damaged. Nigel, I don't think there's any. I mean, he might have to take some DVP to Rich Wrangler that to fix it, but I think he's done. That's bad.
I think he's
bad damage.
well. I think Matt Danson's not. His night's done as well. I think Sherlock got some damage from that. He's done, but I don't think you'll see the 86 and the 30 for the rest of the night. There's also one thing.
You sound much better, my friend. You sound much better.
That's bad. One thing I will say though, at that last pit stop, there were a few cars that got some heavy damage fixed. So Brad Newman got a lot of damage fixed on his as well. And also on Matt Danson before the crash, he got a lot of his damage fixed, but now he's got damaged again. So just keep an eye on those cars there as we hit down pit road. Now this is a fuel window. A lot of these guys will open up. They can make it fuel from now. So if they're managing their tyres well, this will be the last pit stop of the night.
You know what I noticed, Nigel? You know what I noticed? Who are two drivers that are not here tonight? Can you guess? George's. There's three drivers that come to mind. One is Jason Holdsworth, but I think he's doing race control. He's not racing tonight. George's, Keith Hackney, and South Carolina's Dave Olgie and Zach. They are not here tonight. They're not present.
No, they're in the truck series. They're not in the X series.
No, yes they do. No, they run these races too. I promise you, they have.
They're not chartered drivers for the series.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying the first 2 weeks of the year they were here. They're not here tonight.
No.
And that's rather interesting because, by the way, the standings have obviously Dave O right now 9th in the points. So we will get ready to go back to green. Griffin Gardner, by the way, is the man that leads. Hello to everybody that's watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Keep up with everything with the Australian NASCAR X Series. There you go. Put it on your big screen TV, check it out, and enjoy it for sure. Hey, by the way, Andy Barber, because Jason Holdsworth is not racing, and I don't see, you know what, correction, I don't even see Andy Barber on the list tonight. I don't think he's here either.
No,
Ryan Barber's here. Ryan Barber's here, but not Andy Barber. So right now, Brian Blundell's going to be credited for the most recent start because Jason Holdsworth, Andy Barber are not here. They got 178 career starts for Australian NASCAR X Series. Well, guess what? Brian Blundell, even though he just crashed, Nigel, he did get credited for a start. It is now a three-way tie between Holdsworth, Andy Barber, and Brian Blundell for the most starts of the Australian NASCAR Series. Unbelievable.
The other thing I was just going to add as well for this race that's happening right now, those guys that took the gamble and went down pit road before the end of stage one, Griffin Gardner, Sam Chapman, and Josh Perwin, this has worked in their favour. Now they don't have to pit until the end of the race. This has really worked in their coming into the finish of stage 3. I think will happen shortly. So the 25 lap run to the end, they are absolutely in the box seat.
There goes Trey Hare and others on pit road. Remember, we still have less than 3 laps remaining before the completion of stage number 1. Actually, 4 laps remain. The green on lap number 21. That will take us to lap 24 of stage number 2. Next week, we're going to Phoenix That is the new Phoenix Raceway, by the way. Las Vegas, Darlington Auto Club. Some fun places on the way, and we won't visit another road course until next year. No, Watkins Glen. Take that back. We'll visit a road course at Watkins Glen in the Chase in May. So that's the next time we go to a road course. Going to be a while, though, Nigel.
That's right. I'm in the chat there. He isn't doing the series this year. He's retired, but I'm sure he'll be making a comeback next year, like he retired from the truck series and he's now back in the truck series. So he'll be back, I'm sure.
There you go. So, again, counting what Andy Barber does, 178 career starts. Jason Holdsworth as well, though tonight he is not racing. He is officiating this event, handling the chaos and mayhem of race director duties here at COTA. And Brian Blundell, even though just crashed a moment ago, he's out of the race. He'll be credited for career start number 178. So there is a three-way tie for the all-time starters. And by the way, Tim Blundell right behind him at 129. Stephen Williams, 125. Oh, and Brad Newman, last year's champion, he's got career start 121 tonight. Cody Deeth is back up in front, Nigel. Go ahead, buddy. We're coming back to green.
Griffin Gardner, he's
still back in second. I'm sorry. They're toying with timing and scoring. My bad.
No, that's okay. What's going to happen here at the restart here? What does Wayne Burke do? Does he send this up the outside and try to go right? Cody Deeth did last start where he went from sixth all the way up to second, or does he just play it safe and hope they all get into each other? The car I'm actually going to be watching the most will be the 59 of Scott Rankin. He's in ninth at the moment. He's got a fast car underneath him tonight. He's got a good pace, so that's one thing to keep an eye on as well on that inside line. With Tom Freer as well, he'll be another one.
Nigel, you know what I think's going to happen? I think Cody Deeth is going to stay alongside Gardner. He's going to drop to driver left and peel to the inside and take a sharp turn right here to go to the lead up Big Red. Watch this. I really think it's going to happen. Keep it. Watch it. Remember, lead car inside has to go first. Gardner, 3 to go in stage 1. Look at the black car. Look at him setting him up. Look at this. I told you. There he goes. He makes his move down to the inside. Did I not call it, Nigel? And he's going to make a run for the lead. Oh! I feel like I just shoot his shot. Coming in hot.
But there's one thing everyone's got to remember, though. This Griffin Gardner car was in... So he did pass a lot of cars at the start of the race. I don't know. I still think that he has the best car out there in the 93. Let's just see what happens here and what changes he did make during the pit stop to make this car better again.
Here he comes inside, moving Gardner up the hill as they hit to the back straightaway course at COTA. Cody Deeth right there. Cannot pounce on him yet as they head to the stadium side of the course. The amphitheater part of COTA. Working around the turn. Nope, nothing yet. Nigel, I mean, there's still 3 to go. He's still got plenty of time before he can make his move, really. I mean, he's not really going to lose anything here.
No, he's not. Just needs to get to that quarter panel there at some stage just to say good day that he's there. Don't see it happening at the moment. Here we go. He's got it going.
Boy, Gardner just shut the door on him right there. I think there was going to be a dive move on the inside by the machine of Deeth, but denied access. Look at Cody Deeth now. Got to reel him in again. Here he comes. He's got to get a closer. Sharp turn. He's right there on his back door, but he can't capitalize on it. About 4/10, half a second back.
Pit lane's now closed as well, so we'll keep an eye on that one as well. The other car, Aaron Borg, is now back into the top 14 positions in the 40 Chevrolet, so they'll keep an eye on him. He's got some pace under that car. He made some good changes there at the last stop. Borg
around. Aaron Borg in the top 10. The 43 spins. Tom Freer, Sagaster, Phil Sell, all on the binders to miss him as he gets back going again. And Borg is going to end up like 14th or so in the rundown. Now the 99 in trouble. Tyler Williams around. Winner on the binders as well. Tyler Williams right now 4th in the points. Tied with now Danson. Unbelievable. And there's Wayne Burke, the man that we normally say dominates the road courses. Working his way down into 1st, 2nd, and 3rd again as they come to the line. When they get there, it'll be final lap, Nigel, in stage number 2. Here at COTA, they're working off turn 20.
And at this stage of the race as well, there's no need to worry about making too many moves. It's just stage points. So these stage points do add up after a while. So they really need to, they're probably thinking about, well, do I start worrying about the next stage there? I don't think you'll see too many of these cars head down pit road at the end of this stage. So we'll be interested to see what happens. And we've got a car around Tom Freer into the 52 of Angus Lawford there. Phil Sell gets into him as well.
Slicing, dicing, working high, working low. Borg, Aaron Borg, Phil Sell, and then Lawford all around one another going into the final lap of stage number 2. Caution will come out at the end of this one. Another quick restart, only about a 3-4 lap sprint under green because of that big crash. As Borg and Phil Sell have a great battle. This is trying to get back into the top 15, into the top 10 for that matter.
Well, Phil Sell did sit down pit road. He's got some damage fixed on that 94 as well in the Lobs esports car. So let's just see what happens now as he gets closer. And if these guys, if they don't hit, he'll be in the top 10 going to stage number 3.
Jared Phil Sell, the Lobs Falcon Racing entry right there. Teammate with Brad Newman, and all the while, here they come to the line. Give it to Gardner.
Yellow flag is out.
Winning stage number 2 as there's crashing almost on the cool down lap at the end of the 2nd stage. And Griffin Gardner is going to hold off Cody Deeth to win stage number 2. Nigel, I'll be honest with you. I didn't really see a desperate effort by Cody Deeth or Wayne Burke to try to make a move on Griffin Gardner, right? I mean, listen, this is only stage 2. You're going to get some stage points out of the deal, right? Cody Deeth gets 10 for winning stage 1. He'll get 9 for stage 2. But now, the most important thing is to set yourself up for this final sprint to the checkered flag with 20 to go.
And I think that's what was happening there, Wesley, is they was thought, well, what's the point of wasting tyres for no real reason here when it's only really 1 or 2 points that they could probably pick up anyway by the trying to go for the win. So those guys there are probably playing the strategy now, going to a bit of fuel saving there. We've got 20 laps to go now in the race, so we'll see what happens here. It's going to be very tight on fuel, but I think they can still make it.
There is the last pit stop info to the best of our abilities of what the statistics is. And you saw everybody took on 4 tires except for Jared Phil Sell. He took repairs only in 11th. And, well, they got to wait for the pace car, Dean. They got to wait for the pace car to catch them, and they will now, coming down the front straightaway when they climb back up the hill, heading back to Big Red. They'll come down pit road.
I'm not sure if that graphic was correct, though, because we only had a 3 to 4 lap stint there, and we're on lap 26. So they're saying that pitted on lap 15, which is not quite correct. We haven't gone 11 laps since the last caution.
Yeah, I mean, the last time we saw some people pit was on lap 14, lap 9, lap 14. Jared Jared Fieldcell coming down pit road. I guess pit road's open now, but I figured it would have to be when the pace truck caught the field. He's getting a pit stop right now. I don't know. No, I mean, if you're following NASCAR rule books, you got to wait for pit road to open when the pace vehicle catches the field, and then you come down pit road. I got to wonder if there's going to be some type of a penalty or something coming to Jared Fieldcell for doing that. As right now, Griffin Gardner, Cody Deeth, all the leaders now are behind the pace vehicle, and usually once they make sure that the lineup is correct, then when they come back around to turn 20 and pit road, then pit road should be open. We'll see what goes on. I got to wonder if Jared Fieldcell had a lot more damage. Remember, Nigel, he got damaged in that second stage a good bit, got some problems earlier in the race. Remember, he was on the outside of the front row, stalled the car, didn't get in gear, got hit from behind on the side. And look at this. This is another angle of what happened to Jared Fieldcell. Watch this. Watch the car through the S's. Well, this is Aaron Borg. Here's some of the highlights of wrecks in stage number 2. Well, some highlights. Tyler Williams, remember, the most recent one to have an issue in the 99. Woo! And where's the big one at? Where's the big wreck at? That's the one where Danson and Blundell got crashed. Yeah. That was the big wreck that happened at the start of stage number 2, Nigel.
Yeah,
and here it is. Yeah, oh yeah, it was in stage 2, I promise you. I'm keeping track of this stuff, Ding. There was the big
Everyone's
wreck
down pit road.
Danson and Burke, and now here they come. See, now they're on pit road now. Here you go. Here's all the leaders now on pit road. Pit stops, money stop, no doubt, Nigel. This is the push for the finish right here, buddy.
He's going to win the battle of pit road here in the moment.
If you're Cody Deeth, you want to get out first,
and he will.
He will do it, but he's got other cars in front of him. Ethan Winter is going to be showed the Daytona winner as a new leader. He'll climb 17 spots now to be the leader for Vortex. Jamie Davis for Project 36 will be second. Britton Hobson, remember the craziness that the 88 went through in the beginning of the race. He's now got the 88 Chevrolet in third. Joshua Houghton in fourth. Griffin Gardner fifth. Cody Deeth will now come back out on track. 6th position. So again, 4 cars in front of the drivers of Griffin Gardner, Cody Deeth, Wayne Burke, and others that pitted. And Nigel, I got to ask you this question. Last time Winter, Davis, Hobson, Houghton pitted was lap 19 and lap 22. That's still a good set of tires, right? I mean, I don't see no reason for these guys to come to the pit lane for the finish of this race. They're going to be good to go like all the others.
I think so, and like I keep saying, there's around 30 laps to a tank of fuel. So we've got 45 laps in the race, laps 27. So these cars that were down on lap 15, 16, they could have pretty much made it to the end. So they would have been tight, but that's, yeah. So these guys are taking a bit of strategy. Cool. I think they can do it.
Ethan Winter in the number 39, ready to try to bring this field back to green when they get the one-to-go indication. I'm thinking the one-to-go indication will be this time by Laps remaining in the race are 18 to go. It looks like it'll be a 17-lap shootout when they come back to green. Somebody in the chat box says, look out, wait for the Burke Chapman show. Well, they're right behind one another in 7th and 8th. And another one says, come on, Sagasser. Go Jamie Davis, David Lawler. He drives a Australian NASCAR truck with Project 36, but David Lawler does not run the X Series. Hey, by the way, speaking of the trucks, round 3 will be at Long Beach. We're not going to be at COTA with the trucks. We're going to be at Long Beach, the Long Beach Street Course. That's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one coming up, Long Beach Street Course. Man, Nigel, I'm not going to lie to you, dude. I don't think I've announced a Long Beach Street Course iRacing event. My goodness, probably since COVID, since 2020.
When Long Beach came up on the schedule, I thought I couldn't be. But when I saw it, I was like, yep, we're going to Long Beach. So that first 2 or 3 corners are going to be very, very, very... I actually can't wait. I reckon it'll be all right.
Yeah, when they try to go 2 and 3 wide through them parts of the opening corner at Long Beach, boy, they're going to be in big trouble. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, there's Armco barriers and street walls and stop lights and stuff there. All right, lights off. 17 to go. Nigel, are we going to see another big one? Do you feel like the storm's brewing? Or is this the push to the checkered flag, my friend? What do you think?
Oh, I think it's a push for the checkered flag, but then we've got Brenton Hobson up there now. He's on the second row. We've got Grant Gardner and Cody Deep in that third row as well. I can't wait till we see. I reckon it's going to be 4 or 5 wide going into turn number 1, Wesley. It's going to be good.
Set up your new top 10. Jamie Davis is the leader. Ethan Winters second. Up 16 spots. Joshua Houghton third. Brenton Hobson fourth, row 2. Cody Deeth, stage 1 winner. Second in stage 2, fifth. Griffin Gardner, stage 2 winner, 6th. Up 31 spots. Then it's Wayne Burke, Sam Chapman. Everybody's bragging about those guys, the 89 to the 101. Watch him on row 4. Matt Bailey and Josh Perwin right there in row number 5. Keep an eye on other drivers like Scott Rankin, 11th. Aaron Borg, Scott Rankin, Braden Sagasser, Tom Freer right there in row 8 outside in 15th. Any of these guys right now on the lead lap, which is how many cars? My goodness. 33 could be in it to win it. As the pace truck comes down, Nigel, it is go time from the Toyota Gazoo Racing Bridge at turn 20. Here they come, overlooking start finish. Green flag in the air. 17 to go. Stage 3 finally underway at COTA.
Ethan Winter there gets...
Look at this. Whoa! Hang on, baby. Oh, and you got... Look at that. Oh, no. The 93. Is that Curtis?
It's Griffin Gardner.
Griffin Gardner. Oh, no. Griffin Gardner, the 93, just got punted. He got punted out of line. He went from the penthouse to the outhouse, and he didn't even flush the toilet. Oh, my. And now, Ethan Winter in the lead. Hobson second. Boyd in trouble. Daniel Boyd, 79. Still staying green, though, Nigel.
On the 222.
Jacob O'Reilly in trouble. Blaine Dinsley, Diego Snadden, and others are piling in.
3 wide, 3 wide. I think we need to go back. Once this starts to settle down a bit, I think we need to go back and look at turn 1. Oh, here we go.
That's Sam Chapman in trouble. Losing ground, by the way, Burke. Also out of the top 10. Somebody was talking about the battle between Burke and Chapman. It's now gone stale. Burke now back to 11. Sam Chapman lost a lot of spots. Sam Chapman is all the way back, to 29. That fast. He's been out of the game now, Nigel. Unbelievable.
We'll keep an eye out. The last lap there was the quickest man on track was Brenton Hobson as well. And Brenton Hobson made a passable lead too. Did we miss that? We have missed laps. The path between Brenton Hobson to the lead.
Highlights of everything that's going on. As right now, it is Hobson in the lead, but there is winner, Davis and Deeth. KD, Cody Deeth right there in that number 4 position. Joshua Houghton 5th. Right there. What a way to squeeze and fight for that spot right there, Nigel, coming into that corner, that hard right-hander. Or left-hander, actually.
And we're going to stay with live pictures now right to the end. Then we'll have minimal replays now. Many incidents. We'll keep our battle right up the front here between these four here, between Brendan Hobson, Ethan Winter, Jamie Davis and Cody Deeth at the moment. This is a good battle for first, second and third and fourth.
We have a pretty serious wreck that maybe we'll show you a replay of it. But for the most part, we'll stay live with the action as they come back up the hill. Turn 20. Matt Bailey going after Houghton for this spot. This is for 5th. Clears him easily. Now he's got to turn, and he will. He got it. Deeth and Davis for 3rd. And Cody Deeth for Eclipse will get around Jamie Davis for that spot. Project 36, though, going to battle back, though, Nigel, as they storm through the S's.
And once again there, Wesley, we see what Clean Air does for the 88 car of Hobson. The synergy. He's now got up to a half a second lead now, 5/10 on Ethan Winter as well. So that Clean Air, as this certainly shows, what a passing now between Ethan Winter and Cody Deeth.
I want to send a big hello to everybody that is joining us for coverage of the Australian NASCAR X Series. Close to 60 watching, whether on YouTube and everywhere else. Is Cody Deeth has got an issue, guys. Cody Deeth has got a problem. He was blinking for just a moment. That's what happened on our broadcast, and that might be something we got to watch, Nigel. He's got to control that. He's in 3rd.
We see there the pass there. He's blinking again. So right on board here on the back of the 39 car to see what Cody Deeth's car's doing. Blinking in there at the moment, having a few technical internet issues there on the 069 of Cody Deeth. He sets it up on the inside, going up the front straight away. He's not going to have enough at the moment to get past him, but will he be able to make a lunge in the turn number 1?
Circuit of the Americas is where we are as we near the end of this one. Under 15 to go. Look at this now. And look at Cody Deeth. He'll finally clear by Ethan Winter, the Daytona winner. Vortex falling back. KD is going. He'll set his sights to the caution out. Caution's out. Wayne Burke crashing on the front straightaway. And the yellow flag will come out in the process. 14 to go. Yellow flag. This is why they threw a caution. This is why they threw a caution, Nigel. Maybe a little prematurely, but I think they thought that Wayne Burke was going to turn back into the pack on the front straightaway and take a lot of cars out.
I think he had too much damage. That car couldn't move is why the caution did come out.
Caution is out. Watch this again.
I'm not sure what's happened there. Did he actually get into the car?
Yeah, watch it one more time. Let's see it again from another angle. He lost it. And Nigel, I really believe that the race director thought that car was going to turn into the racing pack, and that's why he threw the caution. I think he really thought that was going to be more of a serious wreck. Watch this again. This is, by the way, Sagasser and Bork. He lost it and then lost control. The Vermilion 89 into the outside wall. And I really think the race director, Jason Holdsworth, thought this car is about to ping pong, if you will, from the wall Armco barrier back into the pack. I need to throw a caution. And we're also understanding that the motor hand grenaded on Wayne Burke's car from that impact also. So he's out of it, Nigel.
I think that's why it was towed for, because he couldn't move, so they had to get the tow truck out there, bring that car back to pit road, and the only way they can do that is throwing the yellow flag. So we'll keep an eye on these incidents. Also, I'll keep an eye on pit road.
From another angle, watch this again. Look at this. Some of the highlights earlier. This was Rat Ray White, Chapman, Sagasser, the 93. There's Gardner. Remember, Dean, can we go back for the restart with Griffin Gardner? And watch this. From the penthouse to the outhouse for the Stage 2 winner. He thought he was going to be clearly, easily, and whoop! Around he goes, and Wayne Burke got into him, it looked like, Nigel.
That he did. Got a massive amount of damage on that car. We'll see it once again. We're going to go 3.
Watch it uphill. Woo, man. There it is.
Oh.
And you know what? I take it back. It was not Wayne Burke. It was the burgundy and white car that got into him. We'll find out right now. Watch this again. Look at the burgundy car. There it is, Sam Chapman. Yeah, my apologies. I said it was Wayne Burke. He got sandwiched in by a wad of traffic around him. And then Gardner hit from behind by Sam Chapman. And maybe it's, karma, if you will, Nigel, because then Sam Chapman had problems just up the hill on the same lap.
A heap of cars that wanted the same bit of track. Oh, and Ryan Barber got hit as well. Keeping an eye on the things on the track at the moment. No car has gone down pit lane at the moment. We're just about to hit pit. We're about to hit pit road now, so no cars going down. So
I don't see any reason anybody to pit, Nigel, unless they're badly damaged, and I don't see that happening. I see the leaders. Yeah,
Jamie Davis is in. He's in. We've got a few other cars in at the moment. I'm just checking on my timing screen at the moment who's coming down. We've got a heap of cars that's coming down. Dane Snadden's coming down. The Cooch is coming down. Angus Lawford's coming down. Griffin Gardner. Brad Newman's down. All coming down to either fix a little bit of damage, I'd say, and
another angle. Braden Sagasser. Watch this. Off course. Slamming into Burke. Look at Burke and look at Winter. That's Scott Rankin correction.
So Jamie Davis is going to be the first car out out of pit lane on lap 33. He's going to be in 17th position. Be interested to see what happens here as well with these guys. And they're going to pick up a few more track position as well. So we'll keep an eye on that one. As the race goes on, Brendan Hobson will lead again. Cody Deese behind him. And Ethan Winter and Matt Bailey, he's into the top as well. Some of the biggest movers. Still Tom Free, he's into the top 10 at the moment. He's up 26 positions. And Trent Gosley in the top 15. He's up 14. We'll keep an eye on those guys.
Ready to set up for a restart. There's your gains in green, red losing positions. Gaining high and low. And we're not done yet. My. What a race. Don't forget, join us again coming up on Thursday, Long Beach, for the street course, for the trucks. A little 2-pack. In the city of Italy. And we're going to Long Beach, actually. Yes, sir. City of Compton, COTA tonight, and Long Beach on Thursday. Dylan McDonald and myself. Join us. Yeah, Vegas coming up in 2 weeks. Yeah, Vegas, Sim City. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, especially on the Sim, Nigel.
So we'll be all heading to Hotel California to sing our little hearts away there too. We'll get back concentrating on this race. Pace car lights will go out this time. Schedules up on your screen once again. I can't wait till we head to Darlington. I love when we hit turns 1 and 2.
Yeah,
who can hit the wall? Who can put the stripe on their car?
Home of the Lady in Black. The Lady in Black. The Darlington stripe. Auto Club Rockingham, Bristol will be fun. That's going to be a 250-lapper race. Thank you, David. Thank you. I know you're lying, but thank you. FIFA Las Vegas. Thank you. Hey, by the way, I'll say thank you to our Australian NASCAR family, by the way, for reaching out to me, being in America, being in the States, on the passing of my grandmother. A lot of people, I don't know if you know this, but after we got off the air last Thursday night from Echo Park with the with the Truck Series, Nigel, about 2 hours later, about 7:30 in the morning, we got a call telling me that my grandmother, who was 90 years old, passed away. She succumbed to cancer, and she had Alzheimer's. Early dementia was settling in. She had other breathing issues, a lot of health problems, but she was a tough old bird, 90 years old. And I want to say thanks to everybody from the bottom of my heart. Just the messages from all you people across the country, across the, even you, Nigel, and others, Aaron Dorman, I could think of, just telling me that they were, thinking about me and my family. I sincerely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And thank you. Thank you, everybody. Brenton Hobson now. And there is the highs and lows for Brenton Hobson. Look at this, Nigel. I mean, he went from the top to the bottom, but he's climbed back up again, up in the high ranking, and he is the leader as we are coming back to green with 10 laps to go here at COTA. Wow.
Just to finish off at that point before, Wesley, and that's the one thing about the community that we've built and the sim racing community in general.
Yes, sir. Yes.
We can all get out here and we can race hard and have battle. At the end of the day, we're all doing it fun and enjoy the company of our friends, and our families can watch it online as well, and they can support you, and you've got something to talk about later. So there's more to this than just we all come out here and race. So the sim racing is a community. It's not just a series, and that's just not us. That's a lot of other series as well. We all these shows on, enjoy and have fun. So we're one big happy family.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thomas Mitchell is another name that comes to mind as well that reached out to me. So many people, honestly. No, Dean, you didn't know, because the last time we worked together was that Thursday morning. Yeah. All right, Pace Truck is in. We're ready as the field comes back out of turn 20. 10 laps to go. Anything can happen. Brent Hobson has had his share of good luck and bad luck, and it's now good. To the home stretch we go. Back underway at COTA. Look at this. Deep inside, locks him up. He locks up the tires, and he throws it all the way in turn 1. No!
There's 2 cars off. It's the 07. Ben Snowden. Oh,
Unbelievable! Cody Deeth is going to fall all the way back in 6th. And look at now, Aaron Borg. Back in the top 5. We got a car going around. Car smoking. Davis in trouble for Project 36, and they're wrecking. Huge crashes and others. Still no yellow. I got a feeling the race director's probably going to let this race out for the finish, Nigel. I think we're going to have like a massive Talladega Daytona pileup before he throws another yellow flag here on this one.
Everybody get back in front here. There's a battle in brewing at the moment between Morgan and Ethan Winter to keep an eye on as well as we get to this. We'll see if we get London's in turn number 1.
Yeah, I told my buddy sounds like Mr. Roboto there for a second. Hobson in the lead. There's Winter second, and there's Mike Bailey. And under Aaron Borg has been given a black flag, a penalty for the 43. Too many incident points, Nigel. What do you think? 9 to go.
I think that may be the case. I don't actually have that information on me here at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on that one there.
And while that goes on, back underway, ready for the finish, the shootout here at COTA, as Hobson is the man in the lead. By the way, we're also noticing massive cloud cover above the course now. That's something to watch as the temperature is 66 in sim temp, 72 track temp. And that cloud cover, Nigel, is really going to tighten the handling up on some of these cars. Unless whoever it is hit the right setup.
Then we go back on board here at the moment. Go back on the front here at the moment with Ethan Winston. There's a little brewing here between 2nd and 3rd.
Hobson in the lead right now. Another lap on the board. By the way, don't forget, we're going again to Long Beach. Next week, we're going to Phoenix for the X Series. Round number 4 for the Australian NASCAR X Series next Tuesday night. And we got a car around. Josh Bicklemore, inaugural series champion for Nitro, getting sideways. No harm, no foul. Maybe some damage in the back end of the car, but we'll stay green. And look at Phil Sell now. Sending it, getting around Perwan. Perwan too high as he goes out of turn 20.
He'll be back at the front. But is that, I just need everyone knows that. Is that better?
By the way, Cody Deeth trying to get back into this one again. Yeah, Nigel, you were kind of cutting in there for a little bit. Sounded like Mr. Roboto. But I think you sound better now. Through the S's, by the way. Hobson in the lead. Cody Deeth in hot pursuit with 8 to go. Nigel to run down the 88. Can he get him? That's the question. Matt Bailey, by the way, he's right now 5th, going after Hunt. I'll tell you what, Nigel, if you think about this, man, all these cars right now in the top 5 for that matter, well, at least top 7 are in striking distance of one another. They could win this thing. Any of these cars could, from Hobson all the way down to Field Cell. You got me? Sure, buddy, you're back. Yes, sir.
Yeah, there's one thing we got to watch here too is the lap times here of these cars. Apologies to everyone at home. I'm having a lot of technical issues here at the moment. Lap times, people what they like next time by is we're going to see Jared Fussell and the 16 car. They're officially going on for 6th and 7th. We'll see a little battle there at the moment. Though, last lap, Cody Deeth was a half a second quicker than Brendan Hobson in the 88, so we've got to keep an eye on that one up front. because that's where the battle's going to be for the win.
Beaumont, Gardner right there. Remember how good Griffin Gardner's car was, and that little hiccup on the restart cost him. And Cody Deeth as well. Cody Deeth went full send on the last restart with 10 to go. Locked up the tires. Look at another full send by Gardner. And he almost hit the Armco barrier coming out of that corner. Those sharp left-hand turns, left hands from a right-hander to another left-hander. Woo, 45-degree turns here. Sharp angles to try to get around here with the laps winding down. Coming to 6 to go when they get back around on the other side.
Keep an eye on some of these cars as well down the field a little bit. It's up 24 positions for Tom Freer. Griffin Gardner still in the top 10 though after that little incident there on one of the restarts. He's now back up to 7th at the moment. 29 spots. What a run for him, and Fitzroy Beaumont's up 14 as well.
Now out of turn number 20. There's a look at the biggest movers. Griffin Gardner up 29 spots. He's in 7th, stage 2 winner. Tom Freer into the top 10. He's up 24. Billy Mole is up 17th, 16th now, 23 spots. All this going on as we near the end of COTA. The thrills, the excitement. Nigel, I'll be honest with you, man. I think this was a more, whoa, Beaumont and Newman, hold on. And Freer's right in that mix as they hit the S's. Freer right now, Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom, and the Synergy Sim Racing entry now in the top 10. Holding off the hungry warlords of Sagaster, Beaumont, and Lawford. They're going after him. Does seem like a law firm.
This will be the next thing we've got to start to look at here, Wesley, is the just getting the pass done here. Fitzroy Beaumont, Angus Lawford there in the 52 Project 36 car. Will he get it done next time by? Probably not this one here, but if he gets it right, he should be able to make the corner. The pass going onto the front straight away. I'm just going to sense it in there. Chase Mitchell at the moment. You have 2 bad super speedways. If you have a bad race tonight, then you got to start thinking about next time you're going to head to Phoenix and then back to Las Vegas. So we've got another short track after this. Every point does matter this time of the year, and if you have a couple of bad super speedways, you need to start making the points up. And a couple of bad races here, and your race could be over. We pass back up the front here is the 88 of Brendan Hobson and the 069 of Cody Deeth at the moment. Last lap alone, there was 6/10 quicker Cody Deeth was than the Brenton. As we go to the inside, is that in there?
Here he comes. Overshot, went off course. Got to get back on there again, and he will. Cody Deeth waiting for the right time. Coming to 4 to go. And now KD, his Chevrolet, back to P1. Can Hobson get it back as they head towards turn number 20, heading towards that Toyota Gazoo Racing pedestrian bridge? Coming to start finish right about now. And Nigel, it is KD's race to lose. He had to fight and claw to get back up there. He's done it. Can he win it here? And by the way, if he does, he'll make the 3rd different winner this year in the Australian NASCAR X Series.
Back up into the top 5 as well for this car. This car had a lot of damage. Missed the start as well. Went all the way back to 35th. About 15 laps to go and sends it in there. He's going to go on the outside. No, not going to make it. He's now going to make up back up into the top 5 finish there for Jared Philsell in the 94.
The hill. Clearly in front, Cody Deeth, but now look at this battle for 3rd. That's Houghton. Houghton and Philsell going at it. Gardner watching along. By the way, props to Ethan Winter. Winter is now back up to third. Can he run down Hobson for second? And we know that there is Houghton right now trying so hard to wheel and deal through these cars as they dive into turn 5 and 6, and Phil Sell locks it up.
He's gonna make the pass back into the top 5 for the 93 of Griffin Gardner.
Matt Bailey now live in 5th, battles with Houghton. Gardner clearing by the 63. He now powers back, give him a shot. Going after the Vermilion 080 Camaro. He cannot get him yet. And we're at 4 laps to go. In less than 10 miles. Ready to settle it here.
And Griff Gardner make a pass and go up the order even more. He was actually half a second quicker last lap than the leader on the field. So we'll keep an eye on that one there as well as this race starts to unfold. Griff's on the move.
Got a car on pit road there. I don't want to say that was Braden Sagasser, I believe. And they said that he got damaged. I don't know if we can be able to show that to you right now with the live race going on. Maybe we can show you a replay of what happened to Sagasser, why he crashed out. Braden Sagasser on pit road, badly damaged. That's all the while. 3 to go. Cody beats Nigel. He dominated. Won stage 1. Stayed behind Gardner for stage 2. Could have pounced on him. Made a mistake on a restart in the late caution. Last restart with 10 to go. He gunned it, made his move, even though he overshot his tires going into the corner in turn 1 at Big Red. He still was able to battle back and get around the machine of Hobson and take the lead. It is KD coming to the line, leading now with 3 to go.
Clean there, the 1.3 second lead over Hobson as well. There's also Jared Philsell, he's back into 6th, and Brad Newman's up to 8th. Josh Perwin as well, good result for him. And the other one that's really impressive tonight is Angus Lawford in the 52 for Project 36, rounding out your top 10. A good solid finish for the 52 tonight.
Thomas Mitchell chiming in. He said, watching in the Vortex Sim Sport corporate box. Thank you, sir. As the laps wind down, 3 make it 2 to go. Penultimate lap, and there's a crash. Houghton crashed in on the front straightaway. Will he get going? Will he get righted? He is crab walking. He's cattywampus, but the Team Vermilion entry is rolling. Badly damaged, but he'll race on. 2 to go. We stay green. Bailey, Field Cell, battle for 5th in the late laps.
We also see up the front as well, Griffin Gardner now. Last lap was 139.99. Ethan Winter was 140.6, so 7/10 slower. Ethan Winter than Griffin Gardner, who's on the move to get back on that podium.
There's Winter and Gardner, 3rd and 4th. Tight right hand, a right-hander, a left-hander, another right-hander. To a chicane of the course, heading now back to start finish through the Toyota Gazoo Racing pedestrian bridge here at Echo Park Automotive Bridge, and then the other one heading to turn 20. And while that goes on, Cody Deeth, let's pick up your leader. He should be coming to the white flag this time by. There he is, working now through turn number 20. Coming back to start finish, Nigel. Here comes KD. Cody Deeth working. Hobson in pursuit. About a second and a half back. White flag in the air. 1 to go here at COTA.
Griffin Gardner do behind there as well with Ethan Winter last lap. Oh, he was only 2/10 quicker than Ethan, that last lap, will he have enough time to get to him to get that pass to take out the podium? We'll wait and see in this final lap.
Cody Deeth right now continuing to hit his marks. By the way, here's something to think about. This will be his first ever career win in the Australian NASCAR record books. His fourth career start. 2 top 5s and 2 top 10s until tonight. Cody Deeth, they call him KD. On board with someone else, there's Cody Keith. As there is Cody Deeth all by himself. You see him in his own world. Nothing going on in front of him or behind him. Clean air. Cody Deeth working the final corners on this what seems to be a very fast 20-turn course here at COTA, Nigel. What a run for KD. You're about to add another first-time winner into the history books of Australian NASCAR.
Three different winners as well for 3 different weeks. So he's blinked out. He's blinking out.
Got to make sure that don't happen. At least get across the line. Here he comes. A little ink and blink and nod, but he's still going to hold on. Hobson can't get there. 3 different winners in 3 races. Cody Keith, you're a winner in the Australian NASCAR X Series as he dominates COTA. The COTA belongs to KD.
Incredible drive by the 069. I thought there for a while there he was going to not get back through the field, but he done an incredible job in the 069. Barked all night. When he got in clean air, he was the dominant car all night.
Celebration on for Cody Keith, and he's still burning it down through the S's. Brenton Hobson's going to join him on the podium, as well as Ethan Winter. Ethan Winter, the Daytona winner for Vortex. By the way, all this going on as KD will become a first-time winner, and he does it on the road course here at COTA. There's still more cars trying to come to start-finish. The race is not even official yet, and Cody Keith is still in his own little world down below the S's, burning it down, Nigel. What a feeling for KD.
He'll be excited with that, especially dropping back through the field like he did. He done all he could to get that win tonight. Past Berkey at the end. Berkey had a car, Brendan Hobson had a fast car as well, so unfortunate for him tonight, but I think he'll take second and go home pretty happy with that.
Nigel, I don't know if you knew this or not, but there's supposedly a lunar eclipse last night, this morning, and it's only fitting that Eclipse Sim Sports wins this race. It's a big red moon. It's a lunar eclipse.
Well, it's raining here, so I can't see.
Poor Nigel, raining where he is. My goodness. Cody Deeth is going to pick up the win. Brenton Hobson second, Ethan Winter third. They're coming up on the podium next. By the way, 45 laps, 105.61 miles, 3 lead changes amongst 5 different drivers, 4 cautions for 12 laps. Griffin Gardner, the hard charger of the race, up 32 positions for Eclipse. Cody Deeth for Eclipse led the most of 45 laps with 20. Cody Deeth was your fastest lap of the race, and the pole man getting it done in his first ever career win. Here's your results. Cody Deeth is the winner. Brenton Hobson second. Ethan Winter finished third. We'll talk to them on the podium next. Griffin Gardner, stage 2 winner, fourth. Matt Bailey, the top 5. Brad Newman, last year's champion, 6. Josh Perwine, Angus Lawford, Scott Rankin, Fitzroy Beaumont. Unofficially, Nigel, your top 10 here at COTA.
In 11th, Billy Mole, first start there in 11th position with Jacob O'Reilly for Vermilion Esports coming out of 12. Brody Dowling in his first start as well, coming out of position 13 with Aaron Borg. Unfortunate to get that drive through. He was going to be in for that finish as well for a good top 5 finish. He finishes in position 14. Project 36 is Jamie Davis is in 15th. Braden So Staggers, for 1-9, he finishes in 16th. But Sam Chapman for Vermilion Esports out of 17th. Jared Philstill, Lobs Esports finish out of 18th. And Clayton Davis for his first start this season for Dinger Sim Sport in 19th with Tom Freer, rounding out your top 20 tonight.
And rest of the finishing order, we'll find Matt Danson, the winner last week at Echo Park. He'll finish 21st. Ryan Barber, 22nd. Blaine Densley, 23rd. Diego Dane Snadden, 24th. Josh Houghton, top 25. He was up there at the end until he got crashed out. Tyler Williams had a good day till he had problems, as well as Josh Micklemore. Siobhan McKernan, a very silent day for the Yokozuki Works entry in 28th. And then we go to everybody a lap down or more, multiple laps, including Project 36 Chooch of Brandon Griffiths, Zach Rattray White, 30th. And the rest of the rundown will find drivers of Daniel Boyd, Trent Gosley, Wayne Burke, what might have been for Wayne Burke, involved in an accident, fell back 14 for Vermilion, unable to finish. Adam Gray, Luke Trehair, Michael Skurlock, Brian Blundell, he now joins Joshua Holdsworth, as well as the other gentleman of Andy Barber with the most starts in NASCAR Australia events, Ben Faulkner. And that is the way they finish. Jason Holdsworth tonight, by the way, was race control. He did not race. All right. We're gonna take a break. I think we're gonna let Nigel fix something on his mic real quick, everybody. The hamster might have fell off the wheel. So we're going to try to get him back going again. We're going to take a quick break from a word from iRacing. When we come back, we will grab the podium and speak to Cody Deeth. He is a winner for the first time in the Australian NASCAR X Series. Getting it done at COTA. We chat with the podium and wrap it up, preparing for Phoenix when we return.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
So we welcome you back to coverage of the Australian NASCAR X Series. We're understanding that there is some technical issues that are going on with my buddy Nigel Siddell, the farmer, and the dairy farmer has decided to leave for the rest of the night, but I always enjoy working with Nigel. He's got some technical things. Listen, it happens. I've had it happen on my end as well. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. And tonight at COTA, it is a winning moment for Cody Deeth. Cody, his first ever career Australian NASCAR victory. KD, you just seemed like you were the Pied Piper from start to finish. It had to have been the perfect chapter to win this race, man. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, pretty perfect night, to be honest. Couldn't have really asked for much more. Yeah, just really happy to finally get a win on the board. It's been, I was hoping to get one at Atlanta, didn't get one, but got one here, so happy.
Yeah, fourth career start. They now 3 top 5s, 3 top 10s, and a first win. A lot of great stats, I think, for KD, no doubt about it. Cody, let's go back to the restart with 10 laps to go when you overshot Big Red going into turn number 1. You locked up the tires, but the battle, the perseverance to get back up and run these guys down to win the race. What did it take, KD?
Yeah, look, to be honest, I thought it was all over. I completely missed the braking marker. So I honestly thought it was all over. I thought the others were just going to pull away, but it seems the tyre offset was a bit more than I thought. So I had a bit better grip than everyone else around me. So I was able to make the moves fairly easy with the couple lap pressure tyres.
Yeah, we're looking at a replay. You cleared past Hobson, but then, like you said, you overshot that tight 30-degree turn in turn one going up that big hill. And by the time you got back to the S's, a lot of the cars actually went off course, went over the rumble strips. I think you ended up back in line about fifth or sixth. So, I mean, I guess that was the lesser of two evils, right? You overshot the corner, but you were out of harm's way enough, KD, to get back in the throttle and stay in the top five and do what you need to do to run these guys down one by one for the win.
Yeah, no, just I'm lucky no one came and collected me on my way back onto the track. But yeah, no, I'm happy with the result. So on to next week, I guess.
First win being at COTA. How special is that for Australian NASCAR, buddy?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Getting the first win. Hopefully, many more to come. Coming out of road course, which I think everyone would probably say it's my strong suit. The road courses. So looking forward to the couple more that we have on the calendar.
Any sponsors, people you want to thank, KD?
Shout out to Zach Ratt, obviously, and Griffin Gardner as well.
There you go.
In tonight. Thanks to Clip Sim Sports. Obviously, the boys are working really hard back there to tune up the cars and make everything go fast. So shout out to them.
Brisbane, Australia. KD, Cody Deeth, driving, ironically, for Eclipse Sim Sports, as there's a lunar eclipse outside tonight. He wins here at COTA. Let's grab now Brent Hobson. This man, no stranger to victory lane. By the way, with that win for Cody Deeth, he now becomes the third different winner in 3 races this season going into Phoenix next week. We've got Ethan Winter at Daytona, Matt Danson at Echo Park, and now Cody Deeth here at COTA. What will happen at Phoenix at the Valley of the Sun next weekend or next Tuesday night? Find out to see what happens. Brent Hobson, always great catching up with you, mate. Your take of this race, man, so close to having this one in the bag, sir, for for another career win, sir. Have to settle for second place and try to look for win number 5, another race.
Hey Wes, yeah, I'm just excited to be back here talking to you, mate. It's been a long time.
It has.
Tonight was a roller coaster of a night, to be honest. I came in tonight with low expectations. It's my first race on any type of road course in about 2 months, and I actually slipped a disc in my back over the weekend, so it was a struggle for me to even make it here for this one tonight, and I had low expectations. So for me, the goal was just try and get a top 10 if I could. Obviously, road courses are probably lean into my forte a little bit more, so I was pretty keen to try and get here and just get away with some points. I was just planning to get the most I could from each of the stages and then see where I ended at the end. And it was a roller coaster. At the first caution, I crashed into the fence and tore the right front out of the car. So I forced my way into the strategy that I ended up on, and as it turns out, it worked out pretty well. So we got a bit lucky, and sometimes that's all you need.
Brent, I got to ask you, man, because I tell people this all the time. Even though you're in the sim, right, your body is still physical. You're going back and forth, and with already a back injury, having those pains, what was the exertion like to just persevere, right? Getting through the tight corners, the left-handers, the right-handers, the chicanes, the S's, the carousel, up the straightaway. How's your body feel now at the end of 45 laps?
I think people do underestimate how physical it is in the sim. I'm absolutely sweating. Like, I look like I've come out of a swimming pool at the minute. I think that's just as much to do with having not been racing for a couple of months as it is the back, to be honest. But I was struggling more so with just applying the brake pressure. I was really struggling to get the brakes on and stop the car. So that was probably the biggest thing for me, just the pressure through my left foot on the brakes, and it was a bit of a struggle. But yeah, it is very physical. I think people underestimate just how involved it is, even though it seems like it should be easy. Sometimes it's not. So yeah, it's a lot of hard work.
Were the tires gone when we saw, of course, KD make the pass on you? I mean, was your car kind of used up? Did you feel like it ran out of power there at the end, whenever, or was Cody just a stronger car today?
Oh, definitely the latter. I mean, Cody's a class act. Anyone who knows what he's capable of on a road course is well aware of how good he is. He was definitely a better car tonight, regardless. Even in a fair fight with tyres, I would have had nothing for him. But I wasn't about to fight him too hard. Like I said, my goal tonight was to try and get points. I wasn't too worried about trying to win the thing. I never expected to be in that sort of position anyway. So, yeah, I was more than happy just to try and get as many points as I could. And if second was the best I could get tonight, then I'd take that. And yeah, I didn't want to race him too hard and end up, putting myself in danger. So congrats to him. Obviously, massive drive from him, and good for him to get his first win, first of many, I'm sure. And congrats also to Ethan on the podium. It was a good drive for him as well. Not bad for a little dirt dude.
Brendan, great to hear from you, my friend. Hope you get to feel better with that slip disc, my buddy. Thank those sponsors, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks to Sudspeed. They're the primary sponsor on the car. Big shout out to those guys. They've got some awesome apparel. Go check them out, sudspeed.com. And also shout out to Tom, a teammate, Adam Briggs, who was in having a bit of a hand with us tonight, giving us a bit of help. Shout out to those guys. A bit unlucky for Tom, but with his result, but it was awesome to have those guys around. Cheers.
The driver for the Synergy Sim Racing Stables from Warrnambool, Australia, will finish in the number 2 position. If you count statistics like I am, it's his 44th career Australian NASCAR start. He now has 4 career wins, 18 top 5s, and now 32 top 10s with COTA. That is Brenton Hobson. And finally, let's grab the man that'll finish third. The man who won Daytona, led some laps earlier, the bud out in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Ethan Winter. Ethan, this was a pretty wild one, bud, but Team Vortex looked good at the end, and you get a podium out of the deal. That's got to be like a victory, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, I'd honestly chalked it up as a win, personally, considering the talent around me. That all of these guys around me are, supremely talented on road courses. So, great result. Didn't think it would be possible after I spun myself out and hurt Jacob's running position there in stage 2, but good strategy there at the end of stage 2, and just held on and drama unfolded behind, obviously.
By the way, Ethan, career milestone for you tonight. I don't know if you knew this or not, but this is your 70th career start in Australian NASCAR E-Series competition, buddy. And to go along with, of course, 12 career wins, 33 top 5s, and now 43 top 10s, ending and leaving COTA. That's still some pretty good statistics for the 39.
Yeah, I'm not too bad on road courses, but with quite a few guys coming on this year from the Logitech series and other places, I didn't think I'd be too great at road courses. I thought I'd be running back into the top 10 or further back, but yeah, the strategy worked out there, and obviously there was some carnage behind and some problems with some incident points, so kind of lucked into it, but I'll certainly take it.
And I'll tell you what, when it's all said and done, you've got to win, right? So how different do you race this season, Ethan? You won Daytona coming out of the gate, but a solid finish tonight is a third. Good points day, good stat day. Obviously, is that the key, knowing that there's not a playoff format anymore? Just try to have consistent finishes if you can.
Yeah, I was just trying to not get into any trouble, let people by if I knew they were quicker, and just kind of chalk up some favors possibly in the future. And I think it's really important with the way the points are now. You need to be in good standing with people. So that's worked out tonight for the most part, and yeah, we'll just keep moving on and back to some normal ovals, you could say. So yeah, look forward to them.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's the thoughts of the man from Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Before I let you go, Ethan, please thank your sponsors, and we'll see you. We'll see you next week, man. Going to Phoenix.
Yeah. So, congrats to Cody and Brenton. They were much better than me. Thanks to Thomas Mitchell, obviously, and Vortex Sim Sport, Maddington Toyota and Canterville Toyota, Pete Racing Products, Graham Electrical and Data, Ray White McLean and Yamba Vets, Substream Signs, SFE Loans, Team Conti obviously for the setups. They were really quick, and I could really save a lot of tyre with those. Vermilion Esports, obviously, all those guys over there for helping out during the week, especially Joshua Horton. He helped a bunch with my pace, and thanks to Pace Graphics and Casey Simon's Photography.
There you go. There is again the thoughts of Ethan Winter in his 70th career Australian NASCAR X Series start tonight. He'll settle for a podium. The man who won in Daytona, joining Matt Danson and now Cody Deeth as the third different winner of the season. That is, of course, Ethan Winter. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up here tonight. There's a look once again at the beautiful looking set of cars, the podium drivers, when it is all said and done. And again, Cody Deeth will join the fraternity of winners of the Australian NASCAR World. Getting it done here tonight. And, of course, the virtual COTA. Nigel and Jason Holdsworth jumping on. I guess we're going to have a post-debrief. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Only fitting with a lunar eclipse outside. One of those big, red, bright moons you don't see for maybe another 40 years. Eclipse Motorsports driver Cody Deeth breaks through and wins in Australian NASCAR. Don't forget, we're going truck racing on Thursday for round 3. Join Dylan McDonald and myself on the streets of Long Beach. Good night from the virtual COTA. Congratulations, Cody Deeth. For Jason Holdsworth, Nigel Sedell, everybody with Australian NASCAR X Series and on Highline. For Nigel Sedell on color commentary and my buddy Punch of the Buttons as always, Biggles, Dean Hopton. This is your American announcer, mates and mateys of the Aussie world, Wesley Outland. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you Thursday with the trucks at Long Beach, and the X Series is back next Tuesday night at Phoenix.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.